Hey, if you're a sociology major or even just thinking about it, you've probably been asked that one question a million times. Well, today we're going to answer it by diving into a really powerful, strategic, and frankly awesome career you might not have on your radar. Let's get into it.
So, what are you going to do with that? We've all heard it, right? It's that classic question that kind of suggests your degree is just for, thinking deep thoughts. But what if I told you that your training in sociology is actually the perfect launchpad for a career right at the heart of modern business? I'm talking about a career where you literally get to shape the culture of an entire organization.
And yeah, it's a career that's not just fulfilling, it is financially rewarding. This number right here, $140,000, that's the median annual salary for a human resources manager. We are talking about a field with some serious growth potential. And your sociology degree, it gives you a really unique, competitive edge to get there.
I love this quote because it just nails the evolution of HR. You got to forget that old school idea of a personnel department that just shuffles paperwork around. Today, HR is the strategic core of a company. They are the architects building the workplace of the future. Okay, so what does a career in HR actually look like day to day? Let's break down the ladder you can climb, the kind of money you can make, and maybe most importantly, why it's such a stable and growing field to get into right now.
So the career path usually splits into two main roles. First, you've got the HR specialist. Think of them as the operational expert. They're the masters of a specific area, like recruiting or employee benefits, and they implement the policies that keep the whole organization running smoothly. Then you have the HR manager. They are the strategic director. They're not just following policies, they're the ones designing them, leading teams, and shaping the long-term vision of the company's culture. And this chart just brilliantly shows the value of that strategic shift. The median pay for a specialist is a very respectable $77,000. But look at that jump when you move into a management role. It almost doubles. And that's not just a pay raise for more work. It's a reflection that you've moved from managing tasks to leading entire systems of people. That's a huge deal.
And what's great is that this career path is a really clear, structured ladder. You can start in an entry-level role, maybe as an HR assistant, often with just your bachelor's degree. From there, you can move into a specialist role to really deepen your expertise in one area. And with that experience under your belt, the path to a high-level, high-impact manager position really opens up.
Now, for anyone planning their future, and especially if you're a freshman, this is so key. This field is growing. The job outlook for HR specialists is projected to grow at 6%. You can see that's literally twice as fast as the average for all other jobs. What that means for you is strong, stable demand for your skills for years and years to come.
And here's a little pro tip for how you can stand out right from the very beginning. Get certified. The SHRM-CP is a huge credibility booster. We're talking a potential salary increase of up to 15%. And the best part is, it's something you can get right after you graduate.
Okay, so we've seen what HR is all about. Now, let's get to the fun part. Let's talk about why your sociology degree isn't just a good fit for this career, it's your actual superpower.
This table right here, this is the key. It basically maps the core concepts you are learning in your sociology classes directly to the most valuable high-level functions in human resources. Let's zoom in on a couple of really powerful examples. First up, organizational culture. In sociology, you learn that culture is this invisible force. It's the social glue that holds any group together. It's all the unspoken rules, the shared values. Basically, it's just the way we do things around here. So an HR leader who gets this can do so much more than just manage people. They can literally architect the entire social environment of a workplace. They can design programs that change the very fabric of a company, making it more innovative and inclusive. They become that essential bridge between what the leadership wants and what employees actually experience every single day. Okay, let's grab another one. Conflict theory. In class, you learn that conflict isn't just about two people who don't get along. No, it's often rooted in deeper structural issues, things like power imbalances or systemic inequality that's baked into the organization itself. In an HR role, looking at things through this lens is invaluable. It means you can look at a dispute and see the real cause. Are there pay gaps creating tension? Is a certain policy unintentionally biased? By fixing the root cause instead of just putting a Band-Aid on the symptoms, you solve problems for good and save the company from really costly, damaging conflicts. And beyond all the theory, you have this massive practical advantage. Every single sociology major is trained to be a researcher.
You know how to design surveys, how to conduct interviews, and how to analyze both qualitative and quantitative data. In today's data-driven HR world, being able to turn employee feedback into an actual evidence-based strategy, that's pure gold.
So let's say you're a freshman, you're listening to this and you're excited. What do you do right now? Let's lay out a super clear, simple action plan to get you from that classroom to this incredible career.
Honestly, it comes down to these 3 simple steps. First, you're going to focus your academics. Second, you're going to get some practical, hands-on experience. And third, you're going to lock in your credibility with a professional certification. That's it.
All right, step 1 is all about being strategic with your classes. While you're getting your major requirements done, just lean into the courses that apply directly to this field. Things like sociology of work, organizational behavior, race and ethnicity, and, I can't stress this enough, your research methods classes will build the exact toolkit you're going to need.
Next up, you've got to bridge that gap between what you learn in a book and the real world. Start looking for internships or maybe even part-time entry-level roles. Seriously, even a position as an HR assistant or a recruitment coordinator will give you such valuable experience and, just as importantly, start building your professional network. And finally, step 3. As soon as you graduate, make it your goal to get that SHRM CP certification we talked about earlier. It really is the final piece of the puzzle. It signals to employers that you're a serious, knowledgeable professional who's ready to make an impact from day one. So look, a sociology degree doesn't just prepare you for some job, it prepares you to be a leader who actually understands human systems. It equips you to solve complex problems, to build inclusive cultures, and to make work more meaningful for everybody. So the only real question left is, are you ready to be an architect of a better workplace?